afternoon, welcome to the channel. My name is Beena and this handsome little Indian gentleman here is Walter. Hope you are well. Belated Happy New Year. Are we still doing that? I mean, it's the 19th of January. I haven't done one of these since before Christmas, so since before Christmas? I don't know. Before the New Year anyway. So Happy New Year anyway. It's a cold one again. It's 1.5 degrees today, but we're out, we're wrapped up. We've got 2 pairs of gloves on, 2 pairs of socks, and all of the winter accoutrements needed to keep us warm. Although my fingers still get cold. I need some heated gloves, but they are way too expensive for my liking. But yes, we're out and about today. It's not the first time I've been out on Walter in the new year. It's not even the first time I've been out this weekend. I've been out Friday, Saturday and now Sunday. But what an idiot, what an idiot. I went out on Friday, I did a nice ramble. I went out for about an hour. Had a nice little ramble for you all. And then got back and realised that I hadn't actually pressed record on my camera. What an idiot. So that one was buggered. And then the following day I went out and I was going to the Royal Enfield dealership, which is about an hour and a bit away from me. And I was going to ride there, and then on the way back I was going to do a video. And I'd left my camera at home, I realised, on the way back. So that was good. So I've actually remembered today to A, bring my camera, and B, press record. Oh, he must have a cold face, that man, even though he had a frankly wonderfully luxuriant beard on him. It is bloody cold. I can't feel my chin as it is, and I've only been going about 10 minutes. I've got a helmet on, a full face helmet. Yeah. So, why was I going to my Royal Enfield dealership yesterday? I don't hear you ask, but I'm going to tell you about anyway. Well, the reason being that on Friday, when I went out for my first ride in ages, I got about half an hour into the ride, and something just hit me in the head. Oh no, it wasn't, it was my magnetic latching. Yeah, I got about half an hour into it and the engine management light came on Walter here, which obviously worried the shit out of me. I had to carefully ride back home and call the dealer up and tell them what was happening, and arrange for Walter to go in and have be put on the diagnostic. Ah, oh, cramp in the hip. The following day, so the guy I spoke to, the sales guy I spoke to, said it's probably just a glitch, which is what I thought as well, and it'd probably go away after a couple of heat cycles of the bike. And so I said, okay, well I best bring it in anyway to get it checked out. Best safe than sorry. So that was sort of early afternoon, mid-afternoon, Friday, and I let the bike cool down for a couple of hours, and then I went and tried it again, and the light was still on. But then, just as I was leaving the garage, so I had a look around and see if I could see anything physically obviously wrong. I mean, I am not mechanically minded at all, really. But I thought I'd have a look just in case there's any like wires hanging up or anything. And what I spotted was a piece of packing tape about 50-60 centimetres long. It was just sticking out the side of the back. If you imagine what the mudguard kind of meets the frame and the airbox and everything. so the whole width of the bike had this big piece of packing tape and cardboard, which I'm guessing was probably partially blocking the airbox off a little bit, which would have been why it threw up that error code. So I moved it out, went on my merry way, and then a couple of hours later again I tried it, turned it on, and sure enough the fault code had gone. But I thought, okay, well, we'll see. That might have been coincidence, because I might have just ran that over as I came back into my garage, and it might have just been coincidental. So I thought what I'll do is I'll keep that appointment, and I will ride up to Cooperb up in Bedfordshire. No, is it Bedfordshire? Northamptonshire? Maybe? Don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter, rambling. So I thought, yeah, I'll keep that appointment, and what I'll do is I'll ride up and then give it halfway, which would be about half an hour or so, at which point it'd have been nicely warmed up. And then if it doesn't come on, I'll just head back home again, because to be perfectly honest, I didn't fancy sort of 2 hours plus 2.5 hours riding out when it was 0 degrees yesterday. So that's what I did. I headed off. About halfway was a petrol station when I needed petrol, so that was handy, and it hadn't come on, so I just give them a call from there, told them I wasn't coming, come back home, and he's been fine ever since. So I guess it must have been that big bit of packing tape and cardboard which had got wedged under there. That gave me a bit of a fright. So yeah, that happened Friday. Then yeah, Saturday I forgot to take my camera with me. Idiot Beena. But today I have it, so that's good. We can have a little ramble. And yeah, I haven't been out for a while because it's been so bastard cold here and foggy. I mean, you can probably see here, it's still a little bit foggy today. I wasn't expecting it to be damp today, because it was quite a... Although it was cold yesterday, it was at least dry. But today it's a little bit damp again, and that's been kind of the theme of Christmas period and New Year. If you've watched my drone video that I did where I said I'm not going out because it's -6, that freezing fog was, as the name suggests, absolutely freezing, and it lingered for a couple of days, and geez, I've never known it so cold around our way. It made for very pretty drone footage, but there's no way I was going out on the bike with it. But yeah, we've had some really dense fog over the last few weeks. Not been conducive to riding, because you can't really see. It's pointless going out, really. They're finally back out again. Huzzah! So did you all have a good Christmas and New Year? I think I have done one of these after Christmas, haven't I? Did you have a good New Year? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Mine is definitely to get my elbow fixed and also do some more riding. I actually saw a Himalayan out on the road yesterday when I was out and about. It's the first time I've seen one out in the wild. It didn't do me any favours with my shall I get a Himalayan thing that I've got going on at the moment. Speaking of which, oh, check this out. This is going to be bike related, and almost sound like I've planned this for a discussion point, which I absolutely haven't, because I never plan anything on this channel, as you know. But yeah, there's been some spy shots knocking about, hasn't there? A couple of different ones of different bikes, which some people seem to believe is going to be a 750cc twin engine. And I think there's some school of thought out there that thinks it might be an 850. But there were some people discussing one of the spy shots online who cleverer than I. He seemed to think that what they were seeing was indicating it was a 750, and that Royal Enfield have been discussing the 750 for a while. But yeah, so one of them was an Interceptor with a new engine in that was spotted in traffic. So there's some very shaky video footage of that, presumably in India. And that was an Interceptor, and it had dual discs at the front, and no piggyback shocks. And yeah, this new engine in. So there's that one, and then the other one, which I found more interesting actually, was the old style 411 Hemi with kind of like a half fairing on, like a strange looking fairing. It looked ugly as shit, I have to say. So maybe more of a touring type thing rather than off-road. But yeah, again, people seem to think that was the new 750 on that as well. It was certainly a test mule, and it had lots of wires and shit hanging out of it, and writing on things. So what do you think of that? Be an interesting decision to kind of resurrect the 411 Hemi style, and particularly to put a twin cylinder in it. Not sure about that. Oh no, if I keep up here, this is the dual carriageway. I can never remember. No, it isn't, is it? Yeah, I mean, I'm all for them doing something with the old shape Hemi, because personally I much prefer it over the 450. I think it's a much nicer bike. The 450 is not really for me. Although, having said that, the black and gold 450 I do think looks pretty cool actually. So if I was going to have one, I probably would have one of those. Good God, my face is cold. I ordered a cheap balaclava off of Amazon to try and keep my face a bit warmer, and I was rather hoping it would have arrived before I came out today, but it hasn't. Okay, you're going away. So yeah, the 750 Hemi. Interesting. Now, it may well just have been a test mule that they were using for the engine rather than a particular design direction that they're going in. But yeah, then again, the strange kind of bodywork it had on it was a bit unique. I've not seen that before. Time will tell, I guess. They seem to be pumping out the new models, don't they? I was a little bit disappointed in a way that I didn't go to the dealers yesterday to get Walter looked at and checked over, because I would have liked to have gone and had a look at the new range, because I haven't seen any of them really. I haven't been to a dealer for, must resist drug related jokes, I haven't been to a dealership for a long time, since I had my first service, which would have been back in June time, July time. I think since then they've had the new Hemis, the shotgun, gorilla, all sorts of things, and I haven't seen any of those. I'd quite like to have a look, because I'm not really a big fan of any of them, to be perfectly honest. I do like my retro looking bikes, but you know, I might change my tune in the flesh. I might think, oh, they're quite nice. So yeah, it's a shame I didn't get over to see that. Then again, I would have frozen to death like I am today. Woo. favourite stretch of road up here, but I think I'm going to take it a little bit easier than normal because it's a bit cold and greasy. Foreshadowing. The other piece of news was, and again you'll know this if you watched any of my 2 interim videos since my last ride, is if you recall I was talking about the fact that I was trying to befriend a robin in my garden so I could raise a robin army to do my evil bidding. I don't know if you've seen from my video, I've actually achieved stage 1 of that, and Simon the robin, as he is known, now comes down every day, perches on my fingers, and has some little pellets, which is really cool. Although he has been, should we get down here rather than go all the way here? They are territorial little bastards, and they're quite feisty, and unfortunately Backup Simon, as we have called him, which is the other robin, has chased him off. So he was coming down, original Simon, OG Simon, was coming down sort of about 3 times a day, sitting on my hand or my wife's hand, and then nice snacks. But Backup Simon has been chasing him off. We got sat up there, looks like a I don't think that's a kite, no, that's a buzzard sat over there. Yeah, so he's chased him off. Every time he's out there and they're both out there, he'll have a go at him. So he's not coming as frequently anymore. In fact, I hadn't seen him for 2 or 3 days, but he came down this morning, sat on my hand and had a little munch, which is nice. So I'm going to have to work on Backup Simon now and see if I can get him to eat from me, because my squirrel army, my robin army isn't going to be very effective with only 1 part-time robin in it. Now a squirrel army, that would be a formidable little army, wouldn't it? And we have quite a few of those coming to the garden as well. We have black squirrels and grey squirrels, and they like to have a bit of a barney as well. Oh, it's a veritable cornucopia of wildlife in my garden. I cannot feel my fingers. Oh, I've got 2 pairs of gloves on as well. Are you going to pull in there? No, of course you're not. And he didn't need to, really, did he? We fitted together. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll be bloody glad when the spring comes. Looks like a kite up in the tree. See, it's so cold, even the birds of prey aren't flying today. That's a lie, I've seen about 4 of them on the way out today. Apologies if this is a bit random and disjointed, but a bit out of practice. And also, my mouth's not moving very well because it's so cold. seen a few Royal Enfield YouTubers venturing out the last few weeks in the freezing cold and even the snow. Bruce from Coast Rider Scotland, you crazy bastard, going out in the snow when you're 350, sorry, big boots, sometimes difficult to find those gears. Yeah, rather you than me, Bruce. That's brave. That's some brave stuff. I would be throwing it into the hedges if that were me. Yeah, fair play to you. You're a braver man than I, and I would definitely not be going out. Back home, I think, because my fingertips are frozen. And I don't want this to be a video of just me moaning about how cold I am, which it clearly is at the moment, or a video of me forgetting that I'm already in 5th gear. Yep, that's better. I'll tell you what, I need to get more subscribers on my channel so that I can get some free shit sent to me. And then maybe someone can send me some heated gloves. They are so expensive though, aren't they? Never realised they were so much money. I was looking on a sports bike shop yesterday, and I was looking in the clearance part of it, and even on clearance they're 200 quid, and that's if you want a triple XL pair or a triple extra small pair. Oh, actually, let's go this way. Okay. Well, kite. Excuse the sniffing, as always. I don't know whether I've mentioned, but it's a bit cold. I kept it quite quiet. Made a really stupid error earlier. I went to the supermarket on I left home, went to the supermarket, get some porridge before my ride out, and I put my speed line on the handlebars. I went to the app to tell it to take me home so I could ignore it for the next hour. And it said, oh, it's an update. Do you want to update your Moto 2? And I was like, of course I do. Why? Why would I do that when I'm just about to get on it and ride off? So I had to stand there for 5 minutes whilst it updated in the cold. What a plum. See, I do question myself sometimes of the things I do. I wonder what it's done to it. Maybe it's updated the speed limits that I keep moaning about. Shall we go down here? Let's get down there. Shall we go down here? No, let's carry on. Sorry everyone. Oh, it's so good to be back out on water again. I've really missed it over the last couple of weeks. Even though I'm moaning about it being cold. And God, it is cold! It's so lovely just to be out and about. Riding around, seeing the countryside. It's just such a soulful, wonderfully calming thing to do. Although some of that might be from all of the weed fumes that I've been breathing in for the past hour on my bike. So many people smoking weed apparently today. I'm not one to judge. I did a lot of it in my youth, but doing it while you're driving is a bit stupid, isn't it? Don't have 6 gears. I'll keep checking. Just one day maybe I'll have one. Just snick in there and I'm like, oh good. There you go. Walter's grown a 6th gear. Well done. Really is a drab old day today. It's very dark and gloomy. It feels like it's about 5 o'clock and it's only 1 PM. So I'm talking less and less now because my chin really is frozen solid. Right, well, seeing as I'm leaking out of every facial orifice and I can't feel my fingers anymore, I think I'll call it a day and I head home. And hope that it warms up slightly in the next few days so we can come out and do this again. So, until next time, if you're getting out and about on your bike, make sure you got some good bloody gloves on, unlike me. Ride careful, stay safe, keep the shiny side up, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!